Good day, ma'am, and to our classmates. We are the Group 5 and we are going to present to you the Republic Act 9175. So, what is the title of this act? The Republic Act 9175 is also known as the Chainsaw Act of 2002, an act regulating the ownership, possession, sale, importation, and the use of chainsaws, penalizing violations thereof, and for other purposes. The Section 1 of this Republic Act is, this act shall be known as the Chainsaw Act of the 2002. This act implements the policy of the state to protect the forest resources and under sustainable management. The act provides regulations on manufacturing, sale, and import of chainsaws, authorized persons, registration, and penal provisions. The act provides for reward in the case of reporting of unregistered chainsaw. The Secretary of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources may revoke any certificate of registration or permit previously issued to a person found violating the provision of this act. Now let's go to the definition of terms, important definition of terms. Number 1 is the chainsaw. What is chainsaw? Chainsaw shall refer to any portable power saw or similar cutting implement rendered operative by an electric or internal combustion engine or similar means that may be used for, but is not limited to, the felling of trees, or the cutting of timber. Next is the chainsaw dealer. Chainsaw dealer shall refer to a person, natural or juridical, engaged in the manufacture, importation, distribution, and purchase and or sale of the chainsaws. The next definition of term is the department. The department shall refer to the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. And the secretary shall refer to the Secretary of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources.
In Section 4, person authorized to manufacture, sale, and import of chainsaws. Chainsaws shall only be sold and or imported by the manufacturer, dealers, and or private owners who are duly authorized by the department. In Section 5, person authorized to possess and use of chainsaw. The department is hereby authorized to issue permit to possess and or use a chainsaw for the felling land or cutting trees, timber, and other forest or agroforest product. And any applicant who are persons authorized to possess and use of chainsaw has subsisting timber license agreement, production sharing agreement, or similar agreements. A private land timber permits, is an orchard and fruit tree farmer, is an industrial tree farmer, and also licensed wood processor, and the chainsaw shall be used for the cutting of timber that has been legally sold to said applicant shall use the chainsaw for the legal purpose.
Section 6. Penal Provisions. Number 1. Selling, purchasing, reselling, transferring, distributing, or processing a chainsaw without a proper permit. Any person who sells, purchases, transfers the ownership, distributes, or otherwise disposes or processes a chainsaw without first securing the necessary permit from the department shall be punished with imprisonment of 4 years to 2 months and 1 day to 6 years, a fine of not less than 15,000 pesos, but not more than 30,000 pesos, or both the discretion of the court and the chainsaws confiscated in favor of the government. Number 2. Unlawful importation or manufacturing of chainsaw. Any person who imports or manufactures a chainsaw without obtaining prior authorization from the department shall be punished by imprisonment of not less than 1 month nor more than 6 months, and a fine of not less than 1,000 pesos nor more than 4,000 pesos. Number 3. Tampering of engine serial number. Any person who is found to have defaced or tampered with the original registered engine serial number of any chainsaw unit shall be punished by imprisonment of not less than 1 month nor more than 6 months, and a fine of not less than 1,000 pesos nor more than 4,000 pesos.
Number 4. Actual unlawful use of chainsaw. Any person who is found to be in possession of a chainsaw and uses the same to cut trees and timber in forest, land, or elsewhere except as authorized by the department shall be penalized with imprisonment of 6 years and 1 day to 8 years, or a fine of not less than 30,000 pesos but not more than 50,000 pesos, or both at the discretion of the court without prejudice to being prosecuted for a separate offense that may have been simultaneously committed. The chainsaw unlawfully used shall be likewise confiscated in favor of the government. If the violation under this section is committed by or through the command or order of another person, partnership, or corporation, the penalties herein provided shall likewise be imposed on such other person or the responsible officers in such partnership or corporation. If the offender is a public official or employee, in addition to the above penalties, he shall be removed from the office and perpetually disqualified from holding any public office. The chainsaws confiscated under this section shall be sold at public auction to qualified buyers, and the proceeds thereof shall go to the department. Section 8. Reward. Any person who voluntarily gives information leading to the recovery or confiscation of an unregistered chainsaw and the conviction of persons charged thereof shall be entitled to a reward equivalent to 20% of the value of the chainsaw units. The department is authorized to include in its budget the amount necessary to carry out the purpose of this section.
Napag-isip-isip mo na rin ba minsan kung ang lahat ng mga puno sa ating paligid ay mawawala? Ano kaya ang kahihinatnan nito sa ating pamumuhay? Bakit hindi mo subukan magmasid sa iyong kapaligiran? Buksan mo ang iyong mga mata upang tignan ang kalagayan ng ating mga kabundukan at mga kagubatan upang maingatan ang mga punong kahoy. Ang Republic Act 9175 o Chainsaw Act of 2002 ay mahalaga at dapat rin sundin ng lahat. Huwag magputol ng puno. Ang Republic Act 9175 o Chainsaw Act of 2002 ay batas patungkol sa pagprotekta ng kagubatan at kakahuyan sa Pilipinas. Ang sinumang personalidad na nagmamayari ng chainsaw at ito ay ginagamit pamutol sa mga puno o troso sa mga kagubatan o saan man, maliban ito ay mayroon pahintulot o otorisado ng isang departamento ng gobyerno. Meron itong kaukulang parusa na pagkakulong ng 6 na taon at 1 buwan o hanggang 8 taon o magbabayad ng hindi bababa ng 30,000 pesos. Pahalagahan at ingatan natin lahat ang mga punong kahoy sa ating kapaligiran. Ito ay nagbibigay lamig, lilim, tirahan ng mga hayop at pumipigil sa baha at nagbibigay pagkain sa tao at maging sa mga hayop. Ito ay maipapamana pa natin sa mga susunod na henerasyon.